The worst drought in living memory, pushing our nation's farmers to their limits. And now a new national campaign wants to put the mental health crisis on the map.
Yeah, it's called Beef It Up, and joining us with more on this is campaign manager Anita Donlan in Melbourne. Anita, great to see you. First of all, we're heading into the warmer months now. It was a terrible dry winter. What's the outlook for the farmers right now?
Well, unfortunately, not much has changed, but what we can actually see is all the generous donations coming through from everyone right across the country to all the different charities. So that's one big plus, that they're lifting some hope and also feeding the cattle. But what we're all about is actually focusing on the small rural communities out in the small towns, not just the farmers, but also everybody that services the farmers. So everyone from excavator drivers to the small shopkeepers, the butchers, the hairdressers, and the local hotels. They're our focus.
Anita, today is World Mental Health Day and there are some very scary statistics surrounding Australian farmers. Can you explain why our country communities are under so much pressure?
Oh, look, it's a very touchy subject for us here at the Australian Horizons Foundation, but just imagine waking up and not knowing where your next dollar is coming from. The financial stress of losing your life, some lose loved ones, marriage breakups, bank foreclosures, just does absolutely terrible things. But thankfully, there's a lot of support out there. But more importantly is the fact that in a small community we actually have a lot of mateship. And that's what this campaign is all about, is mates helping mates coming together and looking after each other. And city folk have to really thank a farmer every time they eat, and all I ask is that they actually also stop and think about the farmer and their family and all the small businesses that service those farmers, and just send them out a little bit of hope and a wish of good luck and keep your chin up.
Yeah, which brings us to this campaign, the Beef It Up campaign. How does it work?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Hope. This is Hope, our cow. He's our paper mache mascot. It's basically what happens is 1,000 paddocks was developed through the Beef It Up Australia campaign, because as we travel around the country, we go past thousands of paddocks, and behind every paddock there is a postcode and there is a story behind that paddock. So we're encouraging everybody to donate $5, which is tax deductible, and we'll give them a paddock. So we'll allocate them a paddock with a postcode, which they won't know what the postcode is. And then once we've reached the 1,000 paddocks, we will draw and find out where Hope is actually hiding. Mm-hmm. And with that, we're going to be heading out to that small town and providing them with a $5,000 support package for their community.
So instead of simply providing money and resources, though, the program aims to reinvigorate the community, doesn't it, Anita?
It does, and focusing on the hotel, because hotels are the hubs of the community. They hatch, match and dispatched ever since the doors were opened, God knows how long ago. Celebrations have happened. What we're seeing now is we're seeing the publican is actually the unofficial counsellor, and that publican is spending money back in the community. So the old adage of spend $5 actually recycles into 20. That's one angle of our economic support. But the other angle is very, very important, and that's where we're providing the event, the night, for mates to come together for nothing else but to share a laugh through our comedy nights, test the old brain matter, which of course we all know for mental health that's very important, through our trivia nights. But then we also have our ambassadors, the Mason Boys. They will also be performing at some of the communities. It's a very, very important thing that we do. We also have another project which is already kicking goals, and that's Talk It Up, where we either bring in a motivational speaker for the wider community, or we bring together the business community to actually have a closed-door session and be able to download and have a bit of a chat. So our first one was in Stanhope in Victoria, yeah. Which of course has been hit with a triple whammy with the water allocation reduction and then the drought and of course the dairy demise. And yeah, we're providing hope.
You're doing a great job, Anita. And for more information, you can head to beefitupaustralia.org. And if you or someone you know is struggling, you can contact Lifeline on 13 11 14.